Charles Sobhraj. The name itself sends a shiver down your spine. He was handsome, with piercing eyes and a disarming smile. His French accent was alluring and, well, his words were like honey. People were drawn to him. They didn't see the darkness that lurked beneath the surface. They couldn't have known they were face to face with a monster. Sobhraj was a chameleon, blending in with ease. He was a businessman, a gem dealer, a wealthy tourist. His identities were as fluid as water, changing to suit his needs. Each role was a carefully crafted mask, designed to lure unsuspecting victims into his web of deceit. He was a master manipulator, playing on people's desires and vulnerabilities. Sobhraj could convince anyone of anything. He offered adventure, riches, or simply a listening ear. He knew how to gain trust, to make people feel safe. That was his most dangerous weapon. Sobhraj craved control. He enjoyed the power he held over others. The feeling of superiority fueled his ego, pushing him further into darkness. He became a predator, preying on the kindness of strangers. He was a serpent, slithering through the lives of his victims, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. He was Alain Gauthier, a gem dealer with connections in high places. He was David Kavanaugh, a charming tourist with a taste for adventure. He was Charles Sobhraj, a master of disguise, slipping through the cracks of society. Each identity was a tool, a means to an end. Sobhraj spoke many languages: French, English, Hindi, and more. He could connect with anyone, anywhere. His words were his weapons, disarming victims with charm and wit. He could talk his way into any circle, gaining the trust of the unsuspecting. He surrounded himself with luxury, using stolen money to fund a lavish lifestyle. He traveled first class, stayed in expensive hotels, and showered his companions with gifts. This outward display of wealth was another tool of manipulation, a way to further entice his victims. It was all part of the illusion, a carefully constructed facade to hide the monster within. Sobhraj was cunning. He was ruthless. He was the Serpent. And he always seemed to be one step ahead of the law. He knew how to disappear, to vanish into thin air, leaving no trace behind. From the bustling streets of Bangkok to the ancient temples of Kathmandu, the Serpent's trail stretched across continents. He moved through the shadows, leaving a string of broken lives in his wake. He was a phantom, a whisper of danger in the night. Paris, the city of love, became his hunting ground. Tourists, drawn to the allure of the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre, became his prey. He offered them friendship, adventure, and then, ultimately, betrayal. In the heart of Kathmandu, amidst the Himalayas, Sobhraj's reign of terror reached its peak. He preyed on young travelers, drawn to the promise of spiritual enlightenment. He offered them guidance, a path to inner peace, but his true intentions were far more sinister. His crimes were as cold-blooded as they were calculated. Robbery was just the beginning. He drugged his victims, stole their passports, and even assumed their identities. He thrived on the chaos he created, the fear that fueled his every move. The Serpent's reign of terror couldn't last forever. In 1976, his luck finally ran out. His web of deceit unraveled in Nepal. A group of courageous tourists, led by a determined Dutch diplomat, exposed his true nature. The world finally saw Sobhraj for what he truly was, a monster hiding in plain sight. He was arrested and charged with multiple crimes, including murder. The Serpent was finally caged. Today, Charles Sobhraj sits in a Nepalese prison, his crimes catching up to him. He is a shadow of his former self, his charm long faded. The Serpent's story is a chilling reminder that evil can wear many faces. It reminds us to be cautious, to trust our instincts, and to never underestimate the darkness that can lurk beneath a charming facade.